In a tall building in New York City. A young boy looked out of a window. The city was loud and busy. Full of lights. Cars. And people. The boy's name was Donald John Trump. He was born on June 14, 1946. In Queens, New York. He lived in a large house with his parents and 4 siblings. Donald's father, Fred Trump, was a successful businessman. He built homes and apartments. He worked hard and wanted his children to do the same. From a young age, Donald learned about business and money. He followed his father to building sites and watched how he made deals. But Donald was not always easy to handle. He was energetic, bold, and sometimes got into trouble. When he was 13 years old, his parents sent him to a military school. It was called the New York Military Academy. There, Donald learned discipline and leadership. He wore a uniform, marched in lines, and followed strict rules. At first, Donald did not like the school. But later, he began to enjoy it. He became a leader among the students. He played sports and learned how to be confident. He once said, "I learned to take responsibility. That was good training for my future." After military school, Donald went to college. He studied at Fordham University for 2 years. Then moved to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. There, he studied real estate and finance. He graduated in 1968 and joined his father's business. Donald worked hard and wanted to grow the business. But he didn't want to build small homes in Queens. He had a bigger dream. He wanted to build skyscrapers in Manhattan, the heart of New York City. In 1971, he moved to Manhattan and started working on big real estate projects. He took risks, made bold deals, and soon became known in the city. His first big success was the Grand Hyatt Hotel. A large, beautiful hotel near Grand Central Station. People saw that Donald was smart and determined. Then came his most famous project, Trump Tower. Trump Tower was a tall, shiny building with gold letters. It stood on Fifth Avenue, one of the most famous streets in the world. Donald lived there, worked there, and even filmed TV shows there. It became a symbol of luxury, money, and power. By the 1980s, Donald Trump was a star. He was on magazine covers, in newspapers, and on TV. People talked about his money, his style, and his life. He owned casinos, golf courses, hotels, and even a university. He wrote books, including The Art of the Deal, which became a bestseller. But life wasn't always perfect. In the 1990s, Donald's businesses had big problems. Some of them lost money. He had to declare bankruptcy several times. People thought he was finished. But Donald didn't give up. He fought back, made new deals, and worked hard to rebuild his name. In 2004, he started a TV show called The Apprentice. On the show, young businesspeople competed for a job with Donald. Every week, he sat at a big desk and said the famous words, "You're fired." The show was popular and made him even more famous. For many years, Donald talked about politics. He said America needed stronger borders, better trade deals, and leaders who were not afraid. People listened. But most didn't think he would become a real politician. But in 2015, everything changed. Donald Trump said he was running for President of the United States. He stood in front of Trump Tower and gave a speech. He said, "We will make America great again." Some people laughed. Others were surprised. But many people supported him. They liked that he spoke directly. They felt he was different from other politicians. The campaign was long and difficult. Donald Trump faced strong opponents, both in his party and from the other side. He gave many speeches, traveled across the country, and used social media to connect with people. He said he would bring back jobs, lower taxes, and protect the country. In November 2016, Donald Trump won the election. He became the 45th President of the United States. It was a surprise to many people. He had never been in politics before. And now he was the leader of one of the most powerful countries in the world. As president, Donald Trump made many changes. He focused on business, immigration, and national security. Some people supported his actions. Others strongly disagreed. The country became very divided. His speeches, tweets, and decisions were often in the news. In 2020, Trump ran for a second term. But that year, something big happened. A global pandemic called COVID-19 changed everything. Millions of people got sick. Businesses closed. Schools stopped. Life was different for everyone. Trump's leadership during the pandemic was often questioned. Some people said he didn't do enough. Others believed he did his best during a hard time. In the end, he lost the 2020 election to Joe Biden. Even after the election, Trump continued to speak out. He said the election was not fair. On January 6, 2021, some of his supporters entered the U.S. Capitol in a violent protest. It was a dark day in American history. After that, Trump was impeached for the second time. He left the White House in January 2021. But he did not disappear. Donald Trump continued to speak at events, give interviews, and connect with his supporters. Some people believed he would return to politics again. And in 2024, he announced that he would run for president once more. Trump ran for president against Kamala Harris, and won. Donald Trump became the 47th President of the United States of America on January 20, 2025. Donald Trump's life story teaches us about ambition, confidence, and the power of strong beliefs. He has been both loved and criticized. He has faced failures and successes. Whether you agree with him or not. His journey is an important part of modern history. Words and phrases you learn today. Deal, an agreement. Often in business. Skyscraper, a very tall building. Bankruptcy, when someone or a business has no money and cannot pay debts. Luxury, something expensive and high quality. Opponent, a person who is against you in a competition. Speech, talking to an audience about a topic. Campaign, actions taken to win an election. Impeached, formally accused of wrongdoing as a leader. Pandemic, a global disease outbreak. Ambition, a strong desire to achieve something. If you enjoyed this story and want to keep learning English through real-life stories, please like this video. Subscribe to Tales Fluency. And click the bell icon so you never miss a new story. At Tales Fluency, we believe English is easier to learn through stories that are interesting, clear, and full of meaning. Whether you are just beginning or want to improve your listening skills, our stories are made for you. Thank you for watching. And remember, every great story helps you become a better English speaker.